Thanks to Netmarble for sponsoring this video. The next big MMORPG game is right around the corner. Raven 2 is a premium dark fantasy MMORPG game unlike any other. It features a highly immersive story, 8 different playable classes, cross-play between mobile and PC, with it being an Epic Game Store PC exclusive. You can go ahead and pre-register right now and get some amazing rewards to help jumpstart your account. Just by pre-registering, you will get the heroic Holy Garment, which can go ahead and help boost your character's attack, accuracy, and speed to help you progress fast early on. Down below in the description box and the pinned comment, go ahead and click that link to pre-register now so you don't miss out on these amazing rewards. In this beginner's guide video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know so that when the game releases, you are ready to go and have all the information you need to help conquer the battlefield. Now, when you first start off playing in Raven 2, you will get to choose your starting class. You have 8 different options and each one has its own unique play style, so you can find one that fits what you're looking for. Each character model is highly detailed and fully customizable. The first class that we have is going to be the Assassin. The next one is going to be the Divine Caster. We then have the Deathbringer, who is a Necromancer class character. We have the hard-hitting Berserker class for melee, the ranged damage dealing sniper, the Night Ranger, the defensive menace, the Vanguard, the big tank, the elementalist specializing in magic damage, and rounding it off, we have finally the Destroyer. You're then going to be going through the story missions. That is the best way to get lots of hero experience and level up fast. It's going to be in this top right corner. Now, the biggest tip, and this is probably the most important tip I have right off the bat, is when you go ahead and you click on this, your character is going to start walking to the designated area that they need to go to. It could be to talk to an NPC. It could be to destroy a set amount of monsters. But it can take you a very long time if you're just traveling by foot. So what you want to do is you actually want to use the teleport feature, so that way you can get there instantly, save you a ton of time, and that way you can level up faster than other players who may just be going ahead and walking around the map, because this is a very, very big world. There is a lot to explore in the Raven 2 universe. The best way to go ahead and teleport to your destination in the story mode is just going to be click this little arrow right here in the top right corner. If you go ahead and click it, you can see that you can move instantly. It is going to cost you a little bit of gold, but it's not that big of a deal because gold is pretty much endless. You can farm gold endlessly. You can get gold through achievements. You can get gold a variety of different ways, so we're really not worried about it. The time trade-off is so important. Trading a little bit of gold to save you a lot of time is well worth it. Now, remember earlier how I mentioned if you pre-registered, you get a really awesome Holy Garment? Well, in order to access those, we're going to go over right here into our main menu where it says the Holy Garment. And this is kind of like different avatars, different looks of your character. So if we take a look at this, we've got a ton of different ones with a bunch of different rarities, all the way from common to mythic. The mythic ones are absolutely insane. I mean, look at this visually. The graphics in this game and the artwork is stunning. Let me just say the very, very least. I mean, it is absolutely breathtaking. Some of these character models, you can see these mythic ones, absolutely gorgeous. Even the legendaries. And these Holy Garments will go ahead and not only change the way your character looks, but you're also going to get an increase to a variety of different stats depending on which garment you have equipped. Now, the way to go ahead and get additional garments is going to be through the gacha system or the summoning system. As you're going ahead and playing the game and upgrading your characters and going through the story missions and completing different achievements and such, you're going to get these tickets right here. We've got the common Holy Garment summon scrolls. So I'll go ahead and I'll use this so you can see this in action. You get this really awesome summoning system going on right here, this mechanic where it's got this thing spinning and then we're summoning. You're going to see the cards come down of our characters. Bam. And there we go. So these are the ones that we got. We did get a couple duplicates. You can see the duplicates. We're going to get these stones. And what you can do with those special stones is it actually lets you basically re-roll for an opportunity to get a bump up in your rarity. So it's a really awesome way to go ahead and get a higher rarity. And as we go ahead and collect all the different ones, we are going to get a collection bonus. So it is just as important to collect the common ones as it is to try and get those high rarity ones, because we're getting an increase to a variety of different stats as we go ahead and complete our collection. Now, the next thing I want to go over is while you're in town, there's a bunch of different merchants and stores, NPCs that you can talk to get a bunch of different things. Now, like I mentioned earlier about the teleporting, if we head on over to the miscellaneous merchant right here, we've got a couple different tabs. We've got potions and holy water that we can buy along with food buffs. But if we head on over to the scrolls tab, we got a return scroll and a teleport scroll. So these are really, really important. I would definitely go ahead and buy some of these up early on. The return scroll will let you go ahead and instantly return back to one of these towns. So if we go ahead and we click it, you can see use to teleport to the nearest town. If you do not have a return scroll, your character is going to have to walk all the way back to a town. So that's why this is important. It's going to save you a lot of time. You want to spend as much time destroying monsters and less time wandering around aimlessly. The other one is going to be a regular teleport scroll. What this does is it lets you teleport to a special location. These are also important because let's say you find a really awesome farming spot. Like there's a specific spot that you want to farm to go ahead and try and get like some really rare weapon for your character or whatever it may be. You can save that area, but then you're going to need one of these teleport scrolls, and then you can start grinding right away instead of having to run all the way across the map. Now, once you reach level 30, the game really starts to open up and a ton of new features are unlocked. As you go ahead and you progress through the game, you're going to notice that new things are going to be introduced to you. So when you first start off, you might see a lot of these features kind of locked. Just continue leveling up, going through the story mode, and you'll get access to dungeons, which you have your XP dungeon, your gold dungeon. But the big thing is at level 30, you unlock the market. Now, the market is an amazing place for free-to-play players to get the premium currency, which is these little white diamonds in the top right corner. So you don't even have to spend money in order to get these. All you got to do is go out there and let's say you grind and you get a really rare weapon to drop, but hey, maybe it's something that you can't use for your character class. Let's say that you decide to pick a healer and you get a really awesome weapon for an archer class. Well, you can come onto the market, sell it, list it for a bunch of diamonds, and then another player who is maybe an archer class and didn't have very good luck, or they just want to have that really awesome weapon you got, they can come on here, spend some diamonds, buy it from you, and then you'll instantly have diamonds. And now you can use your diamonds to go ahead and maybe buy the weapon for your class, or a piece of armor, or a skill book, or anything else. So the market is an amazing, amazing feature in this game that you really have to take advantage of. Now, aside from the main story missions you have in that top right corner that are highlighted in red, you're also going to have special corpse missions as well. And I got a little bit of tips for you on doing these efficiently, because these can help you also level up and get some really awesome rewards. Now, there's going to be a different set of missions for each different town. So you obviously want to do whatever the highest town is that you have, because it's usually going to give you the best rewards. So we have this town right here. This is going to be 500. You can see this one's going to be 100. We're going to do the 500 one. I'm going to click confirm. It's going to instantly teleport us there. So here we go. We got our special corpse missions. So we've got a list that we can choose from. We have a bunch of different ones. They're kind of like side quests, but they're not, because side quests are different. There are side quests in this as well. So not to get confused, we're just going to call these special missions. Now, every day we can go ahead and we can accept up to a certain amount of these special missions. If I go ahead and I move my camera, you can see it right there in the corner where we have our refresh of the missions, and then we have the accepted and completed missions, as well as our active quests down there in the bottom left corner. So right now you can see 2 of 5 is going on for my accepted and completed special missions. So each one of these, as you go ahead and you click on them, you're going to see a different description. You're going to see different quest rewards, and your random rewards are also going to be different as well. These ones have a little like 1 icon, and then these have 2 lines, which is basically referring it to as a tier 2. So there's different special missions. You have a tier 1, which is just going to have the 1 line. You have a tier 2, and then you have a tier 3, which is going to have 3 lines. The higher the tier, the better the rewards, but it is also going to be a more difficult mission. So the monsters are going to be a lot stronger in a tier 3 than as opposed to a tier 1. So what you can do is you can actually refresh this or re-roll these missions, so that way you're looking for the highest tier possible. I typically say don't accept the tier 1s unless you have no other option. At the minimum, you should only accept the tier 2s. Ideally, you're looking for the tier 3 missions. So this will go ahead and cost us some gold to refresh, and it does increase the amount of times we go ahead and refresh. So the more we refresh, the more gold it's going to cost. So we also want to be a little bit cautious of how much we are re-rolling this, because we don't want to blow all our gold re-rolling on these special missions. The XP is nearly doubled, and also the random rewards, are really nice. So what's going to happen is after we complete this, it will randomly give us 1 from this entire list. So I'll go ahead, I'll accept that. Now, early game, when it comes to your equipment and enhancing it, it's going to be very important to upgrade them within the safe zone. So if we take a look at upgrading one of our pieces of gear that enhance up to level +5, and then it's going to have a parentheses and it's going to say safe. This means that we can upgrade this piece of equipment all the way up to level 5 without the worry of the upgrade failing and the item breaking. This is really important, and it can be a huge mistake that new players can make. If the item breaks, you basically just lost that item, and especially if it's like a rare item or whatever it may be early on. If you guys and girls enjoyed the video, I am super duper excited for the global launch of Raven 2. Make sure you are pre-registered right now down below in the description box and the pinned comment. Click that link, pre-register. Don't miss out on the amazing Holy Garment pre-registration reward, which is going to help you progress very fast in the early game. Stay happy, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace. Thanks to Netmarble for sponsoring this video.